Hi, class. This week, what I want you to do is get you some things to think about as we move to the next chapter, which talks about self concept and the influence of communication. So, I wanted to briefly overview, what self concept is, examples that influence my self concept, and some takeaways to help you with your upcoming assignments. Before we move on, I seriously want you to consider this for a moment. Who are you? Many folks tend to answer this question with perhaps their name or a trait that they believe that they ascribe to, such as I'm a good listener, I'm generous, I'm lazy, I'm a procrastinator, whatever it may be, right? But our self concept is more complex than we realize. Think about how you identify. It could be based on your gender, your sexual orientation, the different roles we play at home, in society, um, perhaps in your professional position, and even your ethnicity or your social economic class. And these roles may change depending on who you interact with, right? We might act different with friends than we do with our parents. And oftentimes, some of the things that impact our self concept or we identify with is after often ascribed by messages that others have sent us or have been socially embedded in our learning. And then we end up believing it, or we end up playing that role or meeting that expectation in certain situations, or we might reject it, right? Depending on how you navigate the situation. Some things that influence my self concept include my roles at home as a mother to my son, my 15-year-old son, right? And that role was very different when he was a toddler. I am also a pet owner, and I have Rexy and Rocco, my two crazy hot mess dogs. And then I'm also a partner with my husband. I'm a daughter to my parents. And at work, I'm a professor in the communication department. I'm an academic, you know, and I play other various roles on campus that is very different than my personality at home or what is expected of me at home. And then also, some things that influence my self concept includes my identity, my gender, and my class. And it really impacts how I view the world through my lens and sometimes in different impacts my roles in different contexts as a professor or even at home or with my friends, right? So what's the big takeaway? The point of me sharing all this is to illustrate to you that our self concept is rather complex, right? There's many factors that influence who we are and in turn impact how we communicate, because how we communicate depends on the lens in which we view the roles and the social and other expectations that we have for ourselves and others place on us. Some of these factors are things that are out of our control, such as where you're born, right? But other factors can be in your control in some situations, like your career. So, now I'd like you to take a few minutes as we wrap up to think about your self concept and all the factors that influences it. Some of them might not be as prominent as others, but think about cultural influences. In the textbook, they talk about cultural values like individualism, collectivism, how we perceive masculinity and femininity, right? In addition to all these other identification factors like rules of gender, class, age, ethnicity, and all these other important elements. I want you to think about this question. How does your self concept define who you are as a person, and how does that impact how you communicate? But also, I want you to think about what messages have been sent to you by others that affect your self concept. Hopefully, this just gives you some ideas to think about as we move through the chapter, like I mentioned before, and also assist you with the upcoming assignments that we have. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Talk to you soon. Ciao.